Monday memos. Manny's Monday memos. Manny's Monday memos. Manny's Monday memo. Ho. Manny's Monday memo. Ho. 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 Ho.
Hey guys, yep, I'm outside. Why am I outside? To be honest with you, I don't know. I just wanted to do something different. I was like, you know what? I just want to try something different. I just want to be one with nature. Let's all be one with nature. We've got the birds, the bees, the wind blowing, the trees, the cars. Shh. Let's just be in the elements, why don't we? Today's topic is, so I thought maybe some tranquility would help keep everything zen. You'll get what I'm saying in a second. So anyways, I know several of you have been asking, Manny, what happened? Why were there 3 weeks without memos? Like, is everything okay? Like, are you good? I know y'all see, I have really good skin, and I know y'all see these little pimples on my face, so that's any indication to you that life has been crazy. I just want you to know life has been freaking crazy, okay? So I'm not going to go into extreme detail because anybody that knows me knows I'm really private about my life. I really only like family and friends to know what's going on. But I thought for the sake of this video and for the sake of an important message, it was important to tell a little bit of my story to really just tie in this topic all together and to kind of just give you guys some insight of like, what in the world has been going on, like why we went 3 weeks without memos. Because I definitely have people like, Manny, where are the memos at? And I was just like, listen, life is crazy, but I definitely will keep you tuned. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, shall we? Let's talk about it. So it was a Sunday, and I woke up and I did not feel good. Like, I did not feel good at all, okay? I had this weird tension headache. I was throwing up. I was super dizzy. I was like so disoriented. When I say like, I was confused like never before. And I was so lost. And I was like, what is going on with me? I kept throwing up. I was even throwing up water. And I was like, okay, I know I had like a margarita last night. And I know I had like a shot last night. But I shouldn't be like this. Like, this has never happened to me. Like, anybody, listen, my friends and I, we can drink. So that, I was not hungover at all. Anyways, I think something wasn't right. I just knew something wasn't right. So I called my mom. I'm telling my mom what's going on with me. She's like, go to the ER immediately. And she's saying that because I was diagnosed like at the beginning of this year with a disease. And, that's why she said that. And so I ended up calling the nurse too, just to be like, hey, this is what's going on. This is how I'm feeling. And she's like, come to the ER immediately, because she also knows about my health. So, I'm like, okay. So I tell my friends, I start getting my stuff together. I'm trying as best as I can because I'm very weak. Boom. I pass out. Can you believe that? Me? I pass out. I know it was a peace and quiet for just a little bit, but then I got back up. But anyways, I passed out. Apparently I fell face first, like into some pillows. So it actually worked out perfectly, I guess, as far as like me not getting hurt from that. But I fell face forward into some pillows. Friends got me together, got me in the car. When I was in the car, I was very disoriented. I was trying my best to talk, and like my words weren't formulating properly. And I would do my best to try to like process things, and they just weren't being processed, but I knew they weren't being processed. It's really weird. I can't explain it, but just know like I was not in a good state. And I had like that tingling in my tongue, and I was like, oh man, I know what that could mean. I'm not trying to have a seizure or a stroke or anything of that nature. So in my head, I'm freaking out. But my friends, I can tell they're trying their best to be calm, but they're freaking out too, because nobody knows what's wrong with me. Okay? And so we get to the ER. They put me, they check my vitals. Things aren't looking good. Immediately put me in a wheelchair, take me to the back. Unfortunately, my friends couldn't come with me because of COVID. No visitors are allowed with you into the ER. So that, of course, didn't help me feel good. That made me feel even more alone in the moment. And so they took me back. They were checking all my vitals, sticking me, poking me, giving me this, giving me that. It was a struggle for them because since I was so dehydrated, they couldn't get any blood out of my veins. And so it took five attempts, and that's 3 different people, because the first 2 had to try twice. The last person got it on the first try, trying to get blood from me and being able to put an IV. They eventually put a catheter in my arm, and did all the tests they needed to do, giving me all this different medication, really trying to get me to a stable state so I could go home. Now, it wasn't a stable state to where I was fixed, of course, because remember, I have this condition, I have this disease, but they're trying to get me back to where I'm not in the danger zone anymore, should you call it, of stroke, heart attack, dying, everything of that nature. So they got me together. I was able to eventually go home that evening. They gave me all these different medications to take home. I'm like, okay, cool, boom, we're good. So the next day I wake up and I see this little, it wasn't really a pimple, but I thought it was a pimple, and it was definitely filled with some fluid. And I remember showing my mom, because my mom came to my place and, she had to make sure her baby was okay. And my mom was like, that doesn't look like a pimple, Emanuela. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It is a pimple. Yes, it is. I'm over here, trying to poke it. It's not working. And I'm like, okay, she might be right. I don't know if this is a pimple anymore. Guys, it grew. That pimple grew and grew and grew and grew. And so eventually I looked like I don't even know, like I had a botched lip surgery. So when you looked at me, it's funny. It's like, ha ha, she looks crazy. This is crazy. But it actually was really bad what happened. It was actually really bad. So I ended up having to return to the ER the following day. So this is Monday. Because my lips swelled up so bad and then my throat started to close up. I have asthma, so I couldn't breathe. And I'm just like, here I am back again. And so same routine, had to be taken to the ER. This point, I'm not breathing well. My respiration was very low, wasn't much oxygen flowing. I'm, really scared because I'm by myself once again. My only communication to the outside world once again is my phone. People are calling and texting, and I'm not responding back as fast as they like. And to be honest with you, there were some things that went on in the ER that I just refused to tell anyone, not because I'm trying to hide anything, but you got to put yourself in their predicament. Like, they're worried sick about me. Last thing I want to do is tell them, oh yeah, I passed out again, or I got to the point where they were sticking things down my throat to open me up. I didn't want to paint that picture. So I feel like I was really texting it pretty well, like what was going on in the moments that I could. I was just kind of like, yeah, throat was starting to close up, but they got me together. I didn't go into graphic detail of what that process actually looked like, or the fact that, I did pass out, or the fact that, they had to do a lot of different things, and it was awful. It was an awful experience. And what made it even more awful is I ended up having to stay the night until Wednesday, but none of the doctors and nurses in the staff at that time understood what was going on with me. They had no idea why I was having this severe allergic reaction, and they didn't know what it was. And all night they're pumping with all these different things, guys, and nothing worked. Like, they eventually were able to get my throat opened again so oxygen could pass through, but they were unable to get the swelling taken care of. They could not figure out what was going on with the lip, and it started to grow to my face. And I'm just like, this is not possible. I know I'm not in the ER. Nobody knows what's wrong with me. Like, this is freaking insane. And I'm scared. I'm scared because they couldn't let me leave, because they're like, if we let you leave, your throat closes up again, that's it. You're done. And by the way, that's a very unpleasant feeling. I don't even want to explain it. I don't even want to go back there again. But your girl was definitely emotional, definitely crying, definitely feeling very alone, definitely doing my best to keep it together. So it wasn't until the next morning, because remember, I went in Monday, stayed through Tuesday evening. A black doctor, a black woman, walks in, and she looks at me. She knows exactly what's wrong with me. She knows exactly what caused what happened, and she knows exactly how to fix me. And I'm like, wait a second. She immediately knew. She looked at me and said, yeah, one of the medications they gave you yesterday is actually known to do this to Black people. And I said, say what again? What, huh? Hold on. Hold on. So they prescribed me something that is known to do this and cause all this to Black people? Girl, you lying. No way. I was honestly in total shock. And I really looked at her and I was like, what? She goes, yes. She explained that something about we can't properly break down the drug the way that other races can. And she explained to me how the drug that I was given the day before, she doesn't give to her Black patients. She says that she uses that as an absolute last resort because she's seen what happened to me happen so many times. And I'm just like, what? And I was like, what is going on? What is life right now? Like, is this really what's going on with me? Like, I literally was just here yesterday, close to death, like knocking on death's door. And then I'm here again, knocking on death's door again because of something that I was given yesterday, knowing, and I shouldn't have been given it because I'm a biracial woman, but I'm Black. Okay. I mean, I am part Black. I'm Black. And so you're telling me that I low key, I was almost like, okay, so you're telling me that a doctor's ignorance or a doctor not paying attention put me in this back here again. And she unfortunately was like, I'm so sorry. The person that gave it to you, like, he's my boss. I don't know why he did that. He knows better. I'm going to talk to him immediately. But this is what we're going to do to get you okay. I'm like, oh, wow. It really hit me. It hit me because it's like, this is so sad. Like, I could have avoided another trip. I haven't even gotten the bills yet, you guys, and you know how those bills will be. But I could have avoided another trip, another traumatic experience if somebody would have taken a second look and realized that she is Black. We have to be mindful. And on all my records, it indicates what I am. I've been to this hospital before because of my insurance plan. All my records indicate that I am Black and white. So there was no excuse for that error. None whatsoever. You can't even say, oh, maybe he looked at you and didn't identify you. No, boo-boo. No. Nope. And, a lot of other things happened. A lot of other things came back. A lot of other test results. But the main gist of this is that, representation really matters and Black doctors really matter, because if she did not walk into my room that morning and say what was wrong with me, I don't even know. Like, I'm not trying to be dramatic at all, but I don't even know if I'd still be here talking. I don't know that. And that's facts. Like, I'm being straight up with you. I mean, she herself told me, I'm so glad I came in this morning because I don't know what would have happened if we didn't figure this out. Because remind you, they're pumping me with all these other drugs and things that it can't fix the issue because they don't really know the issue. She knew it, so she gave me what I needed to be able to be okay. But as far as what they were giving me while I was there, Benadryl wasn't fixing anything. It wasn't. Benadryl was helping my throat stay open some, but my throat still wasn't A1. It didn't. It was a lot. It was a very lot. It was a lot. And Black doctors matter. So if you're a Black doctor, if you are a Black nurse, if you are a Black pharmacist, if you are a Black psychologist, I don't care. Whatever your job title is, please stay. I know it's hard, especially those of you in med school, nursing school, your residencies. Don't give up. Please don't. Don't give up on pharmacy school. Don't give up on when you're dealing with your clinical social work. Don't give up on any of that, because I needed my Black doctor that I came across, and we in the community need you. And it should not be that way. It should not be to where we even have to go through this, but it is. So please don't give up. Please don't give up. Tell your friends. Don't give up. Always think about someone like me. Always think about the kind of experience that our people have because of ignorance, because of not paying attention, because of not thinking thoroughly through things. Please think about that, because a careless mistake almost cost me my life. I went in on Sunday to get help. I returned Monday, stayed through Tuesday because of somebody's ignorance or somebody's lack of attention or somebody's negligence. You know what I mean? Don't give up. I got you. If you want some support, I got you. I'll send you some highlighters, some notepads, index cards, whatever you need. I got you, baby. I don't want you to give up because I needed that woman, and I'm so grateful for her. Literally sent a whole thank you to her and everything because she fixed me and she helped me understand what was going on. Not only that, I ended up changing my primary doctor to a new doctor who's a Black woman. I mean, my former primary doctor, she was an Indian doctor. She was cool. But what really upset me was when she saw what they had given me when I was discharged Sunday night and she was notified and I spoke to her. She was like, okay, cool. Like, I see what they gave you. When I talked to her the next day, she's like, oh yeah, I knew that could do that to, people in your community. So then why didn't you think to change the medication? Why did you let me suffer like that? Why? Bloop, changed her too fast. There are too many good doctors out here. Too many good doctors. Too many to sit there. I'm not having any more people causing me to die or close to death or anybody. I don't have time for anybody doing anything that can be avoided. Period. Okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys all have a great rest of the week. Remember, Black doctors matter. Black lives matter. And also, wear your mask. Please wear your mask. Don't think that you're safe, people. Come on, put your mask on. Wash your hands. And most importantly, live life. Because you never know when your last day may be. Love you guys.
Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos.